Okay, so today we're going to be talking a bit about Black Ops 3, the beta, and multiplayer. Um, so let's jump straight into it. First of all, we've got two new specialist characters, the first of which is called Battery, who we now have a sort of backstory for. She is the daughter and youngest of 5 siblings, and apparently her name's Erin Baker, and apparently her family has over 100 years of family in the military. So after watching all her family go into it, she felt that was the family's decision for her. So she went into airborne school, and she's clearly hurt herself and damaged herself somehow, and now she's been upgraded and is now in this special elite program where she's like Black Ops basically, and her special weapon is the War Machine from Black Ops 2, like, which to me I think was a terrible gun. Why they'd give this to her, I do not know why. The gun's a load of rubbish. It never got any kills half the time. I just gave up with it. But her ability, which is pretty cool, is kinetic armor, which charges electrically, and I think it stops the enemy bullet or something like that. So it stops the enemy bullet and just pretty much dissolves it by having like an energy field around it, around her, like a force field. So that's pretty cool. And the voice actor behind her is Morla Garondona, and she is also in Destiny as Eris Morn. Just a little fact for you there. Now let's jump onto Spectre, the second specialist. Now we have Spectre, who's nothing's pretty much known about him. He's a wet work specialist, and it's just his code name. Spectre is. We don't know anything about him. Just that code name, and that he's like he's part of unsolved assassination. So he's pretty powerful and all this, and nobody knows anything about him. Like we don't know how he's injured himself or how he's came to be a specialist. We just know he's an assassin pretty much, and his weapon is the Ripper. So similar to the Mad Max Ripper edition, Spectre has he has twin blades which dissect his victims lethally with surgical precision, which to me sounds pretty cool. It's like Takio's samurai sword, but dual wield, and well, just dual wield pretty much. It's cooler, and his ability is active camo. So in the new trailer we saw for Black Ops 3 beta, we saw there was a guy who was hidden, well, partly hidden, and this means this active camo was Spectre, who we saw. He can change photons and stuff like that on the surface, rendering him temporarily invisible, just like Exocloak in Advanced Warfare. So now let's jump into the beta information. Okay, so now on to the Black Ops 3 beta. It has been announced that all unlocks won't be carried over to Black Ops 3, that when it actually gets released, they're just for the beta. But there will be 7 multiplayer modes. The modes are Team Deathmatch, Domination, Kill Confirmed, Hardpoint, Capture the Flag, Search and Destroy, and as a returning fan favourite, Demolition, which is a sexy game mode. It's beast. And now on to the maps. The maps will be Hunted, which is a big hunting lodge beneath a waterfall in some mountains, so it's going to be a little rough. and I think we saw it in the trailer. I'm pretty sure it was. The next map is Combine, set in Egypt in the Sahara, and it's like a farming sort of place. I'm not too sure, and it's like a research facility as well, and it's got tight corners and an open middle, so it might be similar to the new map which was recently released in Advanced Warfare, with a very open middle bit and tight corners. I'm not too sure, but this map sounds pretty fun, pretty fast, pretty hectic. And the last map, which will be playable in the beta, is Evac, which is an evacuation zone atop an overgrown rooftop mountain facility in Singapore, Singapore's flooded quarantine zone. So it's going to be wreckage everywhere, because obviously it's a quarantine zone. It's going to be lots of belongings. Everything's just going to be thrown about. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be hectic. Again, just like Combine or Hunted. But now let's get on to the specialists, which will be playable in Black Ops 3 beta. Okay, so we now know 8 of the specialists, but we only know that I think 8 of them is the full 8, but I think we will get to play as 8 of the specialists in the beta. Ruin, Outrider, Prophet and Battery will all be unlocked from the start, so you've got 4 specialists to play with and change them around a bit, get used to them. But once you rank up to level 22, you'll unlock Seraph, I think that's her name, and if you rank up to level 28, so only 6 levels higher, you'll get Nomad, which I think is a pretty cool name. But the last 2 specialists, Reaper and Spectre, will be unlocked a couple of days after the start of the beta, so you'll get 2 characters for free without having to play the game at all, pretty much. But I'd play it, just get used to the game, have a feel for it. It seems pretty cool. But yeah, that's all on the Black Ops 3 beta.